Hey YouTube, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and I am back with another Flash reaction. We are on episode 13 of season 3, which is called Attack on the Gorilla City. So we took a 1-week break last week, and now we're back. The last episode, the end of the episode, we had Jessie Quick from Earth 2 come through a portal and tell Wally that her father is missing and that he was in Gorilla City. And of course, that is the tease for Grodd, which is one of the headlines that's been on the big glass board that is sitting inside of Star Labs of all the things that happen up until Iris's. Well, I don't even want to say it anymore because we hear it every single time the show starts. Why don't we jump right in and then we'll talk a little bit more after. Let's go.
City. Wait, can we slow down even further? What the hell is a gorilla city?
Okay, so
Show does not have fond memories of gorillas.
sentient, highly intelligent, evolved gorillas in Earth 2, and they all live in a city deep in the heart of Africa. It was an invitation from the gorillas to my dad.
Why Harry?
They wanted to
When
meet him.
gorillas start sending you
So,
math equations
Came
and
out to an
stuff.
expedition with 10 other people, and
This headline from the future. City still recovering from gorilla attack.
So you're thinking this headline
A gorilla.
and Harry being taken are tied together?
I mean, it can't be a coincidence, right? Harry getting lured to Gorilla City? Grodd must be planning something.
seems like he
Especially since we haven't heard anything about Grodd
Alone
since,
by
like
the
last
sound of it.
season.
Yeah, and both species now.
Great. Yeah, that's awesome.
That was awkward.
A parallel Earth. This is the multiverse.
Yeah, Barry, you can't drop that geek knowledge on someone like this and walk away.
To other Earths? Grodd. Telepathic gorilla.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Are you going to Planet of the Apes?
No, it's just a city. Will you cover for me?
Are you going to Planet of the Apes?
Oh,
Thank you. See you in a few days.
I don't know.
to have Barry be the person to be like, please calm your geekness down.
And make sure
That
while he
special
does it,
moment.
Because you know
Rescue Harry, but other than that, you don't have to do this for me.
everything I do is for you.
What the actual hell is Julian wearing?
Indiana Jones much?
Cisco, my friend, this is not my first expedition. And
Are we,
believe me,
is
this
he
is the
planning on
perfect
picking up
time.
Curious George while he's
What's
there?
going on? I thought you were gonna cover for me.
Earth 2 Africa. Not hot. Guess global
Yeah,
warming's not
Earth
really
2 Africa looks a
thing
lot like Vancouver. Fan.
What, you think I didn't notice that your Facebook profile still says single?
What? I mean, technically, I'm still single.
That might be the problem, Wally.
Robbery in progress at O'Sullivan Bank.
You two go.
I mean, at the very least, you could have set your status that it's complicated. Like,
Be right back.
or maybe you could have seen if Jesse wanted to work with you.
Sorry, I had to stretch my legs. It's a trap.
I'd say so. Oh. So these gorillas know how to use darts now? What? I'm struggling with them having the dexterity for that. Ooh. I like the statues. That's cool. This looks very, very ancient Roman-y. Okay, but shouldn't Barry be able to phase tranquilizers out of his system?
I can't.
So, if I see one more cage that Barry can't phase his way out of, I swear.
So you lured us here to stop him?
As trespassers, you will be sent to the arena and executed.
The arena, also very
At the
Roman,
front, all
ancient
trespassers
Roman.
will be executed. That wouldn't be the worst idea, would it?
Why are they walking like they constipated, though?
Then I will grant you each a horrible death.
Awesome. See, if there were female gorillas, this wouldn't be happening. It's because they're all dudes. Look at that. They even have like canopies and everything. So thoughtful. It's so hot for the gorillas. Do you think they have like a concession stand and snacks? Grodd. That was good CGI.
Your friends will follow you into the black.
That's shield is sweet.
I got a plan for you. It's all.
Running would be good now. Shh. That's blood. Holy crap.
Change of plan.
Get up.
It's all about the.
What's happening? No! No way! Shockwave? Shockwave? Shut up! Oh my god. Hulk smash! What?
Do it.
Is he gonna pull out his heart? What did he do?
We call it mercy.
Dig him out.
Really, Barry? You didn't see that coming? Man can run a Mach 3 but can't dodge a dart. Okay.
Intelligence and violence, they're opposites from each other. What you want to do, it's not logical. Not for someone as wise as you are.
You forget, Flash. I am an animal.
Yeah, he's a monkey.
I am a gorilla. Kill or be killed.
Cisco's death would change the newspaper headline in the future.
Jordan's just so casual about it.
But it would
Cisco
also make
dying,
another
yeah,
one
that'll
come
work.
true. The one-
Did you come here because you live for danger or to protect me?
Really, Caitlin? You have to ask that out
I
loud?
just don't want to see you become something you're not.
Yo, it worked.
It worked. You're right, mate.
We go through all of that and Cisco ruins it. Grodd comes back in. Flick. Can Barry carry that many people at once? I'm saying he can phase a train. He can do anything. Except get through a prison cell.
My dad was kidnapped once, and it turned your world.
You turned my world, Polly.
You spin me
I
right
need you to be
round.
honest about something. That I want to move to Earth One. What would you think about that?
Get it, Wally? Look at all the West just getting their love on this season.
That's what I think.
It helps me when I'm scared. Just a good fillet steak. Bit of béarnaise inside, mashed potatoes. Does the trick every time.
I'm sorry, but I thought he was gonna say something else with that long F.
Be terrified.
Sorry, crawl back out of the gutter now.
You're finally gonna get some sleep tonight?
Well, that last part is entirely up to you.
Barry? Alan! He's just a little saucy man this season, my goodness.
Always think ahead.
Grodd has armor?
We'll open the breaches, and very soon, Central
Oh,
City
no.
will fall before Grodd.
Oh no. That's a big army. Yeah, I don't know. With Grodd episodes, I've found that I was definitely, I really liked the first episode we saw with Grodd. Sorry, I'm gonna give myself some water. But this one I think was pretty good, although even though Grodd wasn't really, he wasn't featured as heavily as I would have expected, but because this is a two-part event, I'm assuming that's because they plan on having more of him next week, as we saw in that ending clip. I guess highlights of the episode for me really were just obviously that arena fight was awesome. Hats off to the CGI team. You know they worked their butts off on that scene, and also just all of Gorilla, well, what we saw of Gorilla City. We didn't see too much outside of the gates and of course the arena, but great work by them. I know I kind of made a little bit of a joke about the way the gorillas were walking. It's probably the first time I kind of really felt the CGI was in how stiff the apes were in their movement, but you know, it's a small nitpick to make. Overall, Grodd's facial expressions and, like I said, that fight scene was awesome. It was really, really well done. Couple of plot issues that kind of glared out at me a little bit, of course. Like, I mean, this is Barry. Barry can catch a bullet. He's caught arrows from, you know, from Green Arrow. He's, you know, he's usually a little bit more perceptive. The fact that he got hit with a tranquilizer dart, not once, but twice in the same episode is a little sad. You know, that bothers me a little bit, but I get it. They needed to somehow facilitate the whole idea of him being there and being able to be captured and everything else that happened. The conversation about Cisco, that moment was kind of the most real one in there, where he says, you know, if I'm dead, that's the only way to kind of stop Grodd from being able to cross over to Earth 1. I mean, it was a very dark conversation, but of course there's that prophecy that we heard that Savitar gave earlier in the season about how one of them has to die. Now, Barry didn't actually die in this episode, but I do wonder if someone's going to have to potentially die, if not temporarily this season, like somehow, in order for this prophecy to be true. It seems like that prophecy is happening, as well as, of course, all those headlines that Barry is thinking that he's stopping these headlines from happening, but he really isn't. Like, he's kind of accidentally playing into a lot of them, and the ones he's not playing into directly, like, things that just still are happening outside of his knowledge, and things he just simply can't control that end up playing into those things. So I don't know where to go with it, but I mean, the fact that, you know, every episode we start with Iris is gonna die, and every episode we end with no, she's not gonna die, it's just I don't know. They're obviously trying to drill something through, and I'm still trying to figure out what that is. The whole Wally Jesse thing, I guess it's cute. I do like them. I do like their dynamic. I think they're super cute. It's nice to have a little bit of young love on there. However, I don't know if we really need... I'm still trying to understand if there's going to be a benefit to having Jesse on Earth 1. My only thought is that, as I mentioned, I think 2 episodes ago, that I think that to defeat Savitar, it's going to be a group effort. I think that Barry's going to need the help of all the metas that he can get his hands on, so I can see maybe that facilitating into the saving Iris plot. But outside of that, I feel like it just seems like it's going kind of fast. They're both supposed to be like 18, 19 years old, and they've been dating for long distance, like next level long distance dating for maybe a few months, and she's ready to leave everything she's ever known to come and stay with Wally. And especially since a huge part of the theme of season 2 was Jesse being like, I don't like it here, I want to go back to my friends, like, I mean, this is wonderful and Team Flash is awesome, but Earth 2 is my home and I want to go back. So she did all of that to get back home. Plus she's a hero over there, and she's gonna give all that up because her and Wally have been dating a few months. Like, I don't know. As we see for next week, Grodd had a backup plan, I guess you could say. I'm still a little curious as to how he got Gypsy to his Earth. I mean, I know she can come there, but why? That part is a little bit off to me. What reason she would have to be on Earth 2, how Grodd communicated with her or talked to her. But I'm glad to see her again. I like that actress. I like the character of Gypsy. And again, I think it's going to tie into this giant meta effort to eventually defeat Savitar. Caitlin and Julian, I know they've been pushing this pretty much since Julian joined the team. I've said it before, I'm just not a huge fan of shoving Caitlin at every single guy that comes on the show. I think she's got way too much on her plate. I am liking the fact, at least, that she was like, slow your roll, Julian, thanks for all of your interest, but do know that I'm going through some stuff right now, and you should be afraid of what I can do and what I am. And especially when you look at what Killer Frost actually is. Like, they haven't really talked too much about Killer Frost and what she's capable of outside of her shooting and projecting cold. But in the comics, Killer Frost is a heat vampire, basically. So she needs body heat. Like, when she gets to the point where she gets, you know, 100% to be Killer Frost, her body is unable to create any heat. And of course, as human beings, we need body heat, right? We will die without it, and she can't live without it either. So, yeah, in the comics, when she's in her full-blown meta mode, she actually needs to absorb heat from other people in order to stay alive. Some versions of her accidentally kill people because she, you know, tries to get body warmth from them, like absorb heat, but then she can't stop herself, and she ends up absorbing too much heat, and then they die of hypothermia. and it just kind of becomes this vicious cycle. So yeah, when she says Julius should fear her, she's completely right. I mean, if they ever get close and she turns full on Killer Frost, she could essentially freeze him to death in his sleep, and he would not know the wiser. I've rambled on far too long already. This was a good episode. As I said, I think I liked the first episode with Grodd better than this one, but we still have one more left next week in the continuation, and I look forward to seeing that. So thank you so much for watching along with me, guys. If you like this video, please click like. Tell me what you guys thought of the episode. Did you like all that you saw? Did you like this new CGI Grodd? How do you feel about those plot points? Am I just being nitpicky? I'm okay, I can take it. If you want to see more from this geeky face, please go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, guys, please have a fabulous one. Take care.